My name's Andy Stoller, and my company is Stoller and Company, and I'm a small company. There's just two of us, and we do a lot of web development. And I see an opportunity here, but it's sort of like, how do I, help these small companies transition from just sort of the brochureware site that they all have, and get, sort of create some sort of site, as you say, it's more of a conversion engine for their business, being able to drive traffic to their site, beyond just a hope and a prayer that somebody's going to find them. We got to have a website because we can't not have a website. We need to have social media because the boss asked, why don't we have a Facebook page? I just find that a lot of my clients don't know what to do with it once they've set it up. It's easy to set up a page. It's easy to, in 10 minutes you can create a Twitter account. But I think there's a lot to trying to figure out how to use it to your advantage, really understanding what it does, and I think that's where the challenge lies. I haven't had the luxury of you're going to go into school and learning all this. It's sort of learning by doing, and a lot of times when clients start asking for something, then I figure I better learn how to do it. I have almost as much to learn as some of my clients. I did last year about this, about in May, I signed up for an online seminar. It's really interesting. I'm glad I did it, but as I mentioned before, what happened is I made it about a third of the way through. There was probably a dozen or so of these webinars, and then things get busy. Life takes over, and the other 8 are sitting on my desktop of my laptop, still waiting to be watched. So that's the challenge: is carving out time of your busy day to try to get yourself up to speed with all. Sure. Whenever you have a client that's educated and they know something about what you're doing, then it just makes my life that much easier. We're not starting at ground zero here. I'm not having to educate them. I mean, now I can service them, and they know what they need, and I can provide it. I see this going forward as I get more proficient in these areas, become more of a consultant, try to get people up and running, help them set things up, let them understand what they need to do, and then they have somebody in-house, a point person who's going to really kind of take things over, and whether they're from their marketing department or their PR or however they're set up, and really be able to, and then as questions arise, and I'm there to help them out. It has sort of reached a maturity, and AdWords, I know just from my personal standpoint, I used to, do AdWords for my own business, 10 years ago when it first was out, and it was like shooting fish in a barrel, as they say. I mean, I could just put up for 15 cents a click, and I'd be getting a few jobs a week out of it. It was like, and then, now it's hard. You got to be good at it because you got to sit there and study your ROI and figure out, geez, you got to be really savvy and figure, well, I'm going to spend $4 to make $5.